Hello everyone, welcome to some yoga by chair and with a focus on balance. This is going to be a little bit different than the class that is shown normally on Thursdays. What I'd like to do is start off with some general loosening up. Often if you've come to a class in Building 5 Upper, you've warmed up your body some before you get here. But now you're in your living room or your bedroom and you haven't had a chance to loosen up. I don't know if you're experiencing the same thing I am, but I'm finding many mornings I'm stiff. And I'm not sure if that's because I'm not drinking enough water or doing different kinds of exercise that I'm used to. So as we ponder that, let's just start swaying back and forth a little bit. Maybe add a little twist. One of the things we want to do in this series of classes is think about opening up our chest and releasing our low back so that it's easier to walk and our rib cage has enough room to breathe. So let's just pick up a little bit. Try to engage your abs. Anything that we can do to strengthen our core muscles is good. And now let's raise our arms, stepping side to side and raising our arms. Now in these exercises, you do the best you can today. Every day is different. You may find that you only want to do half of it today, 3/4 the next time, and all of it the third time, at whatever pace you are. Now, if you prefer or need to sit down, you can be doing this in a sitting position. Make sure your chair is firmly attached to a rod or a pad so it never slips. So here we are doing the same thing in the chair. Widen your legs, adding a stretch. And I feel like the breathing is going a little better. So I'm going to stand up. You are welcome to stay in the chair or stand and hold on to the chair whenever you need the balance. But I'd like to spend a few minutes just breathing. So we're going to take our arms up, around, let your shoulders down, expanding your chest and taking your arms behind you, and lifting your chin, and inhaling. And then as you exhale, exhale down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. If you're sitting down, sit forward in your chair. Inhaling up, stretching your arms behind you. And exhaling down. Again, inhaling up, and we're going to hold the breath for a moment. Exhale down. When you're doing these breaths, try to keep your mouth closed and inhale and exhale through your nose. All right, let's stretch our arms, our toes, our hands and fingers, and warm up some more parts of our body. Pardon me. So as we're doing these exercises, lift your toes and stretch your fingers. Lift and stretch. Make a fist, tight fist, stretch open, keep lifting your toes, tight fist, stretch. You could start raising your heels, alternating heels. Have your abs engaged, your spine straight. Stretch your fingers. do this. We're going to press our thumb and forefinger together, press. Next finger, press. Third finger, press. Fourth finger, press against the thumb. Back to the first finger, second finger, third finger, little finger. That's a great set of exercises to be doing to strengthen your hands. Now let's rotate so our wrists, meanwhile inhaling and exhaling. Change direction. Try to fan your fingers out. Feels so good. One more wide stretch. Now, holding your arms up as close to shoulder height as you can, let's rotate our elbows. Rotate our lower part of our arm and hands around our elbows. Get some fluid running into those joints. Back the other way. Now I'd like to do some shoulder raises. First, let's raise our left shoulder up, or go a little bit forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. You should be able to see some of this in the mirror. Forward, up, back, and down. Rotating, loosening up that shoulder and the scapula, the right scapula on your back. Loosening all of that. Now we'll change direction. Back, up, and down, back. As you're rotating back, you're stretching through these muscles on the front of your chest. Back, forward, and down. Back, forward, and down. Just let that arm hang loose for a moment. Keep your knees over your ankles and your hips straight, and try to engage your abs as you do a few of these things. Now we're going to go to the left shoulder, the right shoulder, sorry. Forward, up, back, and down. Forward, stretching through the scapula, up, back, and down. Forward, down. This helps you feel the shoulder and scapula area as an independent, functioning part of your mechanical body. Now let's go up. Let's start back, up, forward, and down. Back, up, forward, and down. Back, up, forward, and down. Now stretch both hands forward, palms up, stretching through your palms. Hands down, stretching through the forearm. Palms up. Palms down. Palms up. Palms down. And let's stretch one arm a little further forward. The next arm a little further forward. That's the phone in room 5 upper. One arm forward, the next arm forward, this arm forward, and the next arm forward. And then wipe your arms back, your palms facing the back of the room, and then gather your hands in. Stretching back, opening your chest, and lift your chin, your lower jaw, over towards your upper jaw to stretch the front of your chin. Breathing in and out through your nose. Stretch your shoulders back, and then bring your arms around and stretch forward. Very good. Now let's cross your left foot over your right and just open up the hips a bit. I have the you shouldn't feel any pain, but you should feel a good stretch. Flex your foot, your left foot, and have your right knee over your ankle. When we're practicing yoga poses, we do so with precision, intently using the muscles, thinking about the muscles we're using. We want to sit up straight, engage our abs, and don't forget to smile. So let's take that leg down, pull it up to your chest, extend it out, flexing your foot, feel the flex, squeezing those thigh muscles, releasing the back muscles. Bring your knee up again, and then stretch it out. Knee up. This time we're going to hold it for a moment. Shoulders down, back straight, and bring the leg down. Now we're going to be supporting, using that leg for the support of our right ankle, which is now on our thigh, away from our kneecap. And we're going to let our right knee fall open, maybe give it a little push, and just breathe into that move. Abs in, shoulders up, back and down, sitting up nice and straight. And try to think about giving yourself a little lift in the area between your hips and the bottom of your rib cage. When we do some deep breathing, it's a good idea to think about putting your tongue up towards the roof of your mouth. If you hear a sound a little bit like a seashell, we call it the Ujjayi breath. It somehow helps relax the jaw, keep the jaw more relaxed. One last push on that leg, and then let's lift it up. Extend out through the heel of that foot, flexed foot. Tight thigh, stretching through the bottom of your leg. Knee up. Squeeze it to your chest. And out. Knee up. And stretch out. And then let's, if you're able, try this. Take your right arm across your legs and rest them on your legs, and then lift your left arm up to the sky, palm facing forward, straight back, and turn your head and look up at the ceiling. Shoulders are relaxed. Your knees are over your ankles. Your hips are, both hips are squared on the chair, but you've got a little bit of a twist in your back. Let's bring that arm down. Switch arms, so your left arm is across your knees. Take your right arm and lift it back up to the sky, palm facing forward. Look up at your palm or up at the ceiling. Inhale, exhale. Check in with your shoulders. They should be soft and loose. Pardon me. Feeling a twist. Your hips are squared to the chair. And bring the palm down. So let's do a little cat-cow again too. Rounding hands on your thighs. Rounding, turn your fingers in rather than resting them on your kneecap. Rounding your spine back. And then inhale, looking up, arching your back. You're sitting on the edge of your chair, stretching your neck. Exhale, rounding your back. Inhale, arching, looking up, shoulders down. Think about a turtle that's stretching its neck out. Bring your neck up from your shoulders. And exhale, arching. Very nice, everybody. Arch up. And then round back. Now let's bring our arms up overhead. And there's some options here. You can have your arms in this position with your palms facing forward. If it's too much to do this, this is a very good position to be in. Try to have your chest open. And if this gets tiresome, you can always bring your hands to your chest, but try to keep your elbows close to shoulder height. But what I'd like to do is have a stretch forward with a flat back, shoulders down. Lift up out of your hips and stretch forward. So you're stretching at an angle towards where the ceiling and the wall meet on the opposite side of the room. Stretching forward, stretching up out of your hips. Stretch a little further and relax down. Now, I know a number of you need to keep your head above your heart. If that's not the case for you, you can let it all go. Sitting up, very nice, shoulders up, back and down. Now, a lot of these motions can be done standing by your chair and holding on to your chair. So, for example, stretching through your leg could be done this way. Switching legs, stretching through the leg. We're going to stand in what's called mountain pose. So if you're able to stand, even if you need to hold the chair, that's absolutely fine. I'd like you to have your feet parallel. So when you look down, you see the number 11. Have your toes firmly on the floor. Have a sense of where you are on the floor, where your feet are. Especially if you have any issues of neuropathy in your feet, you may need to really go to the side to feel. But it's very important in our balance to know exactly where our feet are and how they are locked into the floor. Then we're going to raise our kneecaps up for a moment and rotate our upper thighs in, tuck our pelvis, engage our abs, and just let our arms hang down to the side and breathe. Try to make space between your rib cage and your hips so that you're upright, tall. If you're able to let go of the chair, do so. And if you want to put yourself to the test, after you got yourself all balanced, you can close your eyes. Maybe you want to start that holding onto the chair and then let your hand just sit, relax the grip, and then eventually bring it down here. I just want to mention that if you have DVR capabilities on the box for your TV, you can record all of these exercises, and you can also pause them at any time you need to stop. Catch your breath, get a glass of water, find a prop, what have you. If you're sitting, how can you do mountain pose sitting? Well, let's sit down with our knees directly over our ankles, our feet straight, close together, and try to get a sensation of rotating your thighs in, engage your abs, tuck your pelvis, and sit up straight. And let your hands hang down to the side, or if that's not comfortable, let them loosely sit in your lap. Let your buttocks relax. And you can sort of sway from side, front, side, back, and feel the mechanics of that movement and where that makes you feel off balance. And then bringing yourself back to balance. Very nice, everybody. I'd like to sit back just a little bit on the chair and do a twist. So we're going to take our right hand over to our left knee, and And we're going to, if you can, if your chair allows, put your arm over the back of the chair and look behind. If your chair or arm don't allow, then set your hand down behind you, but keep your elbow flexed. The point is to keep your back straight and turning. So I really like resting the hand on the back of the arm on the back of the chair if you're able to do that. Breathe, exhale, inhale. Maybe if you exhale, you can rotate a little further. And then bring your head back to center. Let your shoulders turn back around. And let's stretch forward for just a second. Forward, and then up and down. Now take your left hand over your right knee. Put your right hand on the back of the chair or on the seat behind you and twist around towards your right side. Have your back straight and try to focus on having your hips in line. And a way to tell if they are is if your knees are in line. If your knees are in line, your hips will be in line. The twist is mostly in your upper back, not in the hip area. Looking back over your right shoulder. Inhale, exhale through your nose. Maybe release and twist a little bit further. Bring your head frontwards, and then release your arms and bring your arms forward. And let's twist forward, up, and down. Let's take a couple of big deep breaths, what we call release breath. And when we do that release breath, I want to be able to hear you from your apartment to this room and see you stick your tongue out like a lion's breath. So inhale. Inhale. Shoulders relax very nice, everybody. I'd like to do a bit of a hip flexor stretch. So we're going to demonstrate this a couple of ways. Turn to your right side in the chair, having your right leg, and if you're able to sit on the edge with your knee over your ankle, and then take your left leg back behind you and sit up straight. You can have your toes curled, or they could be flat on the floor. I like better with the toes curled. Lifting up, shoulders relaxed, hips looking forward, and stretch long. Hold that stretch, but keep breathing. These muscles don't get much of a stretch. They're very important for our walking. So let's come out of that. Sit forward in your chair. And then turn to the other side. So now we're turning to our left. Our left leg, the knee is over the ankle. We're taking our right leg back. And this is another way of doing it. You can put your hands on the chair and stretch. If you are able to stand up, you can use the back of the chair and just take the leg back while you're standing up. And try to sink your hips down. And then to do the other side, you move to the other side of the chair. So if you watch this video again, you'll know some of the options that you can do. And you may find some days you're able to do some of the standing up, and other days you need to sit down. Let's take a nice deep breath in and relax. Arms down. Again, deep breath in taking your right hand around your left arm, stretching over to the side. If you need to do this sitting down, it's the same action. Stretching over to the side, try to look up into the ceiling on the left side. And then come back to center, switch hands, grabbing your right arm with your left hand, looking up and stretching over to the side. And let's end with stretching our neck. So we're just going to tilt the neck over to the left side. We're going to let our right arm hang down or sit on the edge of the chair with your elbow, but you want to feel an increase in the stretch across the top of your shoulder, from your neck to your shoulder. And then you can take your left hand and just set it. Don't pull your head, just add to the stretch. Feels so good. Lift your head up. Other side. Again, your left arm is hanging down or touching the chair. Your right hand is just adding a little bit to the stretch through your neck and across your shoulder. Try to look up at the ceiling. Very nice, everybody. Let's roll forward, hands and arms on knees, or if you want to come all the way to the floor, stretching your back. If you are able to stand up, doing a stretch this way can be very helpful. Sort of standing up, downward dog. Stretch your hips long, come forward, and then let's all sit down and have just a moment of relaxation. Shoulders up, back, and down. And just sit in a comfortable position. Have your hands on your knees with the palms up, and just close your eyes. Now the video is going to stop, but you can continue doing this. You could lie down on your sofa